22 budget-friendly small garden ideas that look stunningly luxurious and easy to DIY at home. Hello, dear friends of Earthly Delights. If you're here, chances are you're not just someone who likes plants. You're someone who needs them. Maybe your day doesn't feel quite right without the quiet comfort of greenery nearby. Maybe you've always dreamed of having a beautiful garden, but you're working with a tiny patio, a cramped balcony, or even just a sunny window ledge. And let's be real, budget matters, but so does beauty. That's why today's journey is just for you, the apartment dweller with a watering can, the weekend DIYer with paint-stained hands, the dreamer who sees magic in a sprouting seed. You don't need acres to feel abundant. You don't need thousands to feel luxurious. You just need a little creativity, a few humble materials, and the right kind of guidance. In this video, we'll explore 22 stunning garden ideas that look high-end but are surprisingly budget-friendly and easy to DIY. Whether you're starting from scratch or refreshing a forgotten corner, what you'll find today will inspire you to create a space that feels like a retreat, even if it's only a few square feet. So grab your cup of tea, settle in, and if you haven't already, subscribe to Earthly Delights. Let's grow something beautiful together. Part 1. Frame the vision. Small garden, big impact. Before we dive into the how-to, let's start with the why. Your small garden isn't just a space, it's a sanctuary. It's where your stress softens, where your creativity plays, and where your spirit breathes. Even the tiniest corner can feel grand with the right touch. Ready to reimagine your space? Let's begin. 1. Vertical gardens with personality. In a small garden, space is precious, but walls are full of possibility. Instead of crowding your floor with pots, why not grow upward? A vertical garden can be a total game changer. Start with something simple, a wooden pallet, an old ladder, or even a hanging shoe rack. Fill it with herbs, trailing vines, or bright seasonal flowers. Layer your greenery by height and texture. Soft ferns beside spiky rosemary, pops of marigold near gentle ivy. It creates the feel of a lush retreat without taking up precious square footage. Add warm string lights or solar lanterns to your setup, and suddenly, your once empty wall becomes the heart of your garden. It's a living tapestry, and one of the most budget-savvy ways to bring luxury into a tiny space. 2. Statement mirror walls. Here's a secret from luxury designers. Mirrors don't just belong indoors. When used outside, they can double the visual space of a tiny garden and reflect back all the greenery you've worked so hard to grow. Hang a vintage mirror on your fence, or prop one up behind a cluster of potted plants. Suddenly, your garden feels twice as lush, twice as deep. The trick is to choose a weather-resistant frame or seal one yourself with waterproof paint. Want to make it extra special? Decorate the mirror's border with mosaic tiles, driftwood, or pebbles. It's affordable, it's stunning, and it turns any forgotten corner into a magical focal point. When light hits it just right, it feels like your garden stretches into another world. Part 2. Creative container magic. Not all gardens are planted in the ground. In fact, some of the most charming spaces grow out of teacups, tin cans, and thrifted treasures. If you're someone who loves to mix beauty with practicality, this next section is for you. Let's turn ordinary containers into extraordinary garden moments, one pot at a time. 3. Eclectic planter clusters. Who says your pots have to match? Grab what you have, ceramic bowls, metal buckets, old mugs, and let your creativity loose. Arrange them in odd numbers, play with height, and don't be afraid to break the rules. A tall fern beside a tiny cactus? Why not? For a unified look, paint them all in a similar color palette, like matte black, soft white, or warm terracotta. You can even stencil in designs or wrap them in twine for texture. The beauty lies in the mix. These clusters create a sense of curated abundance, as if your garden has been collected piece by piece over the years. Best of all, you're recycling and expressing your personality with every container you place. 4. Built-in planter benches. Now let's take your garden to the next level, literally, with built-in planter benches. These are perfect for small patios or balconies where every inch counts. Picture this, a cozy wooden bench with deep planter boxes on either side, overflowing with herbs or cascading flowers. It's a seat and a statement piece all in one. Use basic wood planks or even repurposed crates to build your structure. Add weather-resistant cushions in a soft, neutral tone, and suddenly your garden isn't just for growing, it's for being. Built-in benches give structure to your space, create cozy corners, and let your plants frame your moments of rest. It's not just smart, it's stylish and surprisingly simple to build. 5. Themed color zones. One of the easiest ways to make your garden look professionally designed is to create themed color zones. Instead of scattering colors everywhere, choose a palette, maybe white and green with gold accents, or terracotta tones with sage and lavender. Then group your planters, cushions, and even plant choices within that theme. A section with white pots, silver foliage, and white pebbles feels serene and modern. Another with bright ceramic pots and orange marigolds adds a burst of joy. These mini zones create visual harmony and make your space feel intentional and elevated. You're not just growing plants, you're designing an experience, one color story at a time. Part 3. Budget-friendly glamour touches. Let's talk about the details that make your garden feel rich, not in price, but in atmosphere. This part is all about small changes with big impact. From lighting that glows like magic to calming water sounds, these touches invite you to slow down, breathe deep, and fall in love with your space all over again. 6. Ambient lighting that feels like a spa. If you've ever walked into a garden at dusk and felt instantly calm, it was probably the lighting. You don't need hardwired fixtures or expensive chandeliers, just a little intention. Wrap solar string lights around your balcony railing. Place a few mason jars with tea lights or battery-powered candles on your table. Or better yet, make your own lanterns with frosted glass spray and old jam jars. Soft lighting transforms your patio into a sanctuary, turning shadows into stories. When evening falls, your garden becomes more than a place, it becomes a feeling. And that feeling, that glow, costs almost nothing. 7. Small water features with big mood. There's something magical about the sound of trickling water. It slows time, soothes the mind, and instantly makes your space feel luxurious. But here's the good news. You don't need a fancy fountain to get that effect. Grab a wide ceramic bowl, add smooth stones, and place a small solar-powered water pump inside. Or try stacking bamboo tubes to create a DIY water spout. The gentle bubbling adds movement and music to your space, attracting birds, butterflies, and moments of peace. Place it in a quiet corner with a chair beside it, and you've just created your own spa-inspired sanctuary. All for the price of a dinner out. 8. Candle nooks with a twist. There's a reason luxury spaces always have candlelight. It softens the world around you. But instead of plain candles, create little candle nooks with meaning. Use old glass jars, vintage tins, or terracotta holders. Fill the base with sand, pebbles, or dried lavender for texture. Then, nestle in your candles, real or LED. To elevate the look, arrange them in clusters and tuck them beside planters or under benches. Add a few pine cones, dried herbs, or feathers, and suddenly your garden feels like it belongs in a storybook. These glowing corners add intimacy, warmth, and just the right amount of mystery, without costing more than a few spare coins and a little imagination. Part 4. Furniture that feels high-end. You don't need to spend thousands on designer outdoor furniture to feel like you're in a luxury retreat. In this section, we'll explore clever, affordable DIY furniture ideas that bring both style and comfort. These aren't just pieces to sit on, they're the foundation of your garden's personality. 9. Cinderblock lounge with cushions. Cinder blocks may not scream luxury, but with a little creativity, they can become your garden's coziest feature. Stack them into a bench or low seating area, secure with construction adhesive, and top with a stained wooden plank. Add weatherproof cushions in soft tones. Think earthy green, cream, or muted terracotta. The result? A modern, minimal seating nook that feels intentional and calm. You can even tuck potted plants into the open holes of the blocks for a built-in garden vibe. It's sturdy, budget-friendly, and totally chic, and best of all, it looks custom-made for your little outdoor escape. 10. Foldable hammock corner. Even in a small garden, there's always room for a little daydreaming. A foldable hammock can turn an overlooked corner into your favorite place to unwind. Hang it between two sturdy posts or walls using removable hooks, ideal for renters or anyone short on space. When not in use, just fold it away. To elevate the look, surround it with potted vines or hanging plants that offer shade and privacy. Add a small side table, a soft blanket, and suddenly you've created a hidden retreat, perfect for reading, napping, or watching the sky turn pink in the evenings. It's relaxation you can roll up and style you can stretch out in. Part 5. Lush greenery layers. What makes a garden feel full, vibrant, and alive? It's not just the plants, it's the layers. This section is all about using vertical space, depth, and plant variety to build a lush atmosphere, even in the smallest square footage. Ready to make your garden feel like a green jungle retreat? Let's dive in. 11. Layered plant heights with intention. Want your garden to feel like a mini rainforest? Use plant heights to your advantage. Start low with herbs like thyme or oregano, add medium layers with flowers like geraniums or marigolds, and finish with tall plants. Think bamboo, palms, or even potted small trees. Use plant stands, crates, or stacked bricks to vary the elevation. The result is dynamic and immersive, like walking through a space designed by nature herself. This layering also gives your eye a journey to follow, making your small garden feel larger and more thoughtfully arranged. It's a designer secret, and now it's yours to try. 12. Hanging garden canopies. Look up, because the air above your patio holds untapped beauty. Hanging garden canopies create a lush, dreamy ceiling of greenery that draws the eye upward and adds instant elegance. Suspend planters from hooks, trellises, or even an old wooden ladder hung horizontally. Choose cascading plants like ivy, string of pearls, or petunias to create soft, falling layers of color and texture. Want something extra cozy? Add fairy lights woven between the plants for nighttime sparkle. This floating garden not only maximizes space, but creates a botanical canopy that feels like your very own enchanted garden room. It's stunning, simple, and irresistibly magical. Part 6. Structure and flow in design. Every great garden has a sense of rhythm, spaces that guide you, invite you, and reveal little surprises as you move through. In this part, we'll add form and flow to your small garden using clever structures and natural movement. It's time to shape your space like a story, not just a scene. 13. DIY pergola with curtains. A pergola might sound fancy, but it can be surprisingly simple and budget-friendly to build. Use reclaimed wood or even PVC pipes to craft a lightweight frame. Then, add sheer curtains or light fabric panels that drift in the breeze. Drape them open during the day to welcome the sun, then close them at night for a cozy, private retreat. You've just created a garden room without walls. Add a comfy chair, a lantern, and a potted vine climbing up the sides, and your space transforms into something that feels luxurious and calming. It's like stepping into your own secret hideaway, and all built with a weekend's worth of effort. 14. Painted pathways that guide the eye. Even in the smallest garden, a simple pathway can change everything. It tells your eyes and your feet where to go, making your space feel larger and more intentional. Use stepping stones, painted tiles, or even a faux path made from outdoor paint on concrete. Want to make it personal? Add hand-painted motifs, quotes, or chalk mandalas that change with the seasons. For a rustic touch, use old bricks or wooden planks arranged in a zigzag pattern. Line your path with low planters or solar lights to give it a soft glow at night. A garden path isn't just functional, it's a story told step by step, and in a small space, that story matters even more. Part 7. Artistic flair and personal touches. Your garden should feel like you, not just a collection of plants, but a space that holds your spirit. This part is about adding charm, soul, and a little creative magic. Whether it's art, memories, or DIY touches, we'll show you how to turn your garden into a living gallery of who you are. 15. Reclaimed sculptures from junk art. Doesn't have to be expensive, it just has to be meaningful. Look around your home or local thrift store for items that can be reborn as garden sculptures. An old bicycle wheel becomes a flower-shaped spinner. A stack of chipped dishes turns into a totem. Rusted tools? They're rustic garden art now. Place them where they catch light or peek through foliage. The beauty isn't in perfection. It's in the surprise, the story, the transformation. These sculptural touches give your space a personality that no store-bought ornament ever could. And best of all, they cost next to nothing, but carry the weight of your imagination. 16. Wall of words garden. Let your garden speak, literally. Create a wall of words by painting your favorite quotes, affirmations, or even a simple word like breathe or grow on a fence, wooden plank, or terracotta tile. Use stencils for clean lines or handwrite for a personal touch. Surround the words with climbing plants or small pots to weave nature into your message. This wall becomes more than just decor. it becomes a daily reminder of the energy you want to cultivate in your life. Whether it's calming, playful, or spiritual, your words shape the space and your mindset. It's beauty with intention, and it makes your garden feel alive with meaning. 17. Hanging memory frames. Why not blend your love for nature with your personal story? Hanging memory frames are a creative way to bring your past into your garden's present. Take old wooden picture frames, no glass needed, and hang them from a tree, fence, or pergola using twine or garden wire. Inside each frame, place a small potted plant, a pressed flower in clear film, or even a weatherproof photo. These floating frames create a whimsical, gallery-like feel while adding heart to your space. You're not just decorating, you're curating moments. It's a way to honor memories while surrounding yourself with life that continues to grow. Part 8. Seasonal flexibility and style. A garden doesn't have to stay the same year-round. In fact, the most delightful spaces shift with the seasons, just like we do. In this section, we'll show you how to refresh your garden's look using simple, seasonal updates. It's about keeping your space alive, evolving, and always inspiring. 18. Interchangeable decor kits. Imagine having a little treasure box tucked away, filled with seasonal magic. A spring table runner, summer-themed cushions, autumn-toned plant picks, and winter fairy lights, all ready to swap in and out. Creating an interchangeable decor kit lets you transform your garden's mood with ease. You don't need to redesign everything, just change a few accents. Add a wreath, switch your pillow covers, or hang a new fabric banner. These tiny touches make your space feel cared for and current, without spending more than a few dollars per season. It's like giving your garden a new outfit every few months. Stylish, simple, and oh so satisfying. 19. Tiny greenhouse DIY for herbs. Want to grow herbs year-round, even when the weather shifts? Build your own tiny greenhouse using old windows, clear plastic bins, or repurposed picture frames. It doesn't have to be fancy, just enough to trap a little warmth and protect your plants from wind and rain. Place it on a table, shelf, or even hang it against a wall. Fill it with basil, mint, thyme, whatever you love to cook with or simply enjoy smelling after a long day. Not only does it add charm to your patio, but it also brings that cozy greenhouse cafe vibe. You'll love harvesting fresh herbs straight from your own little garden capsule, especially in the chill of winter or rainy spring mornings. 20. Festive DIY garden flags. Bring a little celebration into your garden with festive DIY flags. Using scraps of fabric, old napkins, or even painted canvas, you can create your own personalized garden banners. Decorate them with symbols, words, or patterns that reflect the season. Sun shapes for summer, fallen leaves for autumn, or stars for winter. Hang them from string across a pergola, fence, or between planters. These fluttering accents add movement, charm, and a playful spirit to your space. And here's the best part, you can change them out anytime. Your garden becomes a living canvas that shifts with your mood and the season, all with just a little fabric and a lot of heart. Part 9. Storage, organization, and functionality. Even the most beautiful gardens need a bit of behind-the-scenes magic. Keeping tools tucked away, clutter minimized, and essentials easy to reach makes your garden not just lovely, but livable. In this part, we'll reveal smart, stylish storage tricks that keep your space clean and full of charm. 21. Hidden storage and planters. What if your planters could do more than hold plants? With a little creativity, they can also hold your garden tools, extra seeds, or outdoor candles. Use hollow concrete planters or large ceramic pots with removable wooden lids to create hidden storage compartments. Paint or stain the lids to match your patio's theme, and no one will ever guess what's underneath. It's the perfect solution for those who want a tidy, minimal look without sacrificing practicality. Plus, it's a sneaky little trick that helps keep everything close, but completely out of sight. 22. Tiered utility carts that move with the sun. Imagine having a little mobile garden assistant that follows the light, literally. A tiered utility cart is perfect for small pots, tools, and garden accents. The best part, it rolls. Move it into the sun during the day, tuck it under cover when it rains, or wheel it beside your bench when you're pruning or planting. Use each tier for a different function. Herbs on top, tools in the middle, decor on the bottom. Choose a cart made of metal or weather-resistant wood and give it a fresh coat of paint that matches your garden's vibe. It's functional, flexible, and surprisingly chic, a moving piece of garden art that works just as hard as you do. And there you have it, 22 budget-friendly ideas to transform even the smallest patch of space into a luxurious garden escape. Maybe you started watching this video thinking, I don't have enough room, or I can't afford to make it beautiful. But now you know the truth. Beauty doesn't depend on budget or square footage. It blooms where intention and creativity meet. Whether you hang your first mirror, build a planter bench, or simply paint one little pot, each small step is a seed. And those seeds grow, not just into flowers or herbs, but into pride, peace, and a sense of home that you can feel in your bones. So tell us, what idea are you most excited to try first? Drop it in the comments below. Let's build a garden community right here at Earthly Delights, where every corner, every balcony, and every backyard becomes a place of wonder. If this video inspired you, make sure to like, subscribe, and tap the bell icon so you never miss the next garden journey. Until then, keep growing, keep dreaming, and remember, you don't need a big space to plant something extraordinary.